my name is Holly, and today is National Book Purge Day. At least in my world it is. So in every bookworm's life, we go through this tragic event where we take a look at our shelves and realize that we have far too many books that we haven't read. So quite literally, I am drowning in my TBR, and I'm being very literal because there are massive amounts of books in my room that are just piling up, and I don't know what to do right now. And it's just getting a little bit out of hand, especially because of all the books I have purchased myself lately that I am far more excited to read than a lot of other books that I have. So today I am going to go through mostly my review books, which I have 200 review books sitting on a shelf that you guys never see. It's actually up here, and I have a bookshelf tour all for these review books, and I'll link that down below in the description box if you want to check it out. But today, I think it's time to go through each and every one and figure out which ones I want to keep and which ones that I am not looking forward to reading or I'm just not excited about to read. And I also have tons of books underneath my bed. And there's a reason why they're under my bed, because I'm not going to read them anytime soon, so why do I need them, right? So I apologize ahead of time if this video is very long. I totally expect it to be, but I actually personally enjoy these really long unhaul videos. I could watch them all day, so hopefully you find this interesting and it motivates you to get rid of some of your books. And by get rid, I don't mean like throw them in the trash. I have some friends who would love to have these books in my local library, and even a used bookstore that is in the city next to me who would love to have them, so they'll have very nice homes to go to. So yes, after that long introduction, let's get down to my floor. Woo! Okay, so we are now sitting on my floor, and I have actually never filmed this part of my room ever in my life, so you're the first one to see this. So I have already pulled out the tubs of books from underneath my bed, and they're sitting in front of me right now, and I'll show them to you. So here's one. I already have tons of books falling out, but here's the second one. Okay, so hopefully you agree with me that I shouldn't have books stored away underneath my bed. I think this is a total waste of a possibly good book that someone else can enjoy. So I'm just going to start pulling out books, and I'm going to feel them in my hands and see if they cause any joy or excitement for me. So already the first few books that I see here in this tub are these mass market paperbacks that I know I am never going to read. I personally hate reading mass market paperbacks, and I have 4 of them here. So the first one is Possessed by the Fallen by Sharon Ashwood. It sounds really cool, but I am never going to pick this up, so unhauling this one. Then we have My Lady Mage by Alexis Morgan. Unhauling it. And then we have In the Air Tonight by Lori Handeland. It's a decently sized series too, and I'm never going to buy the rest of the series, so don't need that one. And this one sounds really cool actually. It says Snow White Red-Handed, a fairy tale fatal mystery, but it's a mass market paperback. When will I ever pick this up? Probably never. I might check to see if there's a hardcover version of this, but I just hate reading these things. Like, they're the worst. So someone else will find good use out of it. Okay, 4 books down already. Up next, I see more mass market paperbacks. And okay, this is like so nostalgia right here. So we have this series. It's called Legends of the Duskwalker, Book 1. It's called 3 by Jay Posey. I read this book and I absolutely loved it. It's one of the first books I read when I first started reading in 2014. And then I went on to read the second book, which is called Morningside Fall, and I didn't like it. But I did buy the third book, which is Dawnbreaker, but I never read it, and it's been years. It's been since 2014 that I read this series, and I really don't want to reread them to go on to the third one. I'm pretty satisfied with just the first book. If I can just keep this first book, forget about the other 2, I think I'll be happy. I'm trying to be really cutthroat though. Okay, I'm going to get rid of them. Yep. Okay, so up next we have The Poison Diaries by Mary Rosewood, and this is a book sale book, and reading the back just totally like puts me off. It says Foxglove in the Olander right dose, moonseed everything, belladonna is a poison love. Like, what? So I'm very much not interested in this one. We have Once Upon a Gypsy Moon by Michael Hurley. What is this one about? A lot of these are also like books I got at Dollar Tree when I was going on like a massive book buying binge when I first started reading. So I have these books that I'm like, oh, I need. Oh, it's $1. I need to buy this one too. So this book kind of sounds like it's about some guy's voyage out on the ocean, and me and the ocean don't get along. So as much as this cover is stunning, oh, this is a memoir. Yeah, this one isn't for me. Okay, I'm doing good so far. Let's see, up next we have The Hammer by K.J. Parker. This is another Dollar Tree book that I got for $1. It kind of reminds me of like pirates or something. I have no idea if that's what it's about. I think I'm going to get rid of this one as well. It just doesn't seem like my cup of tea, and it's not really sparking any like excitement to read it. It's just gonna be underneath my bed even longer. So I'm hauling this one. Proud of you, Holly. I'm proud of you. Up next we have Air to the Sky by Amanda Sun. This one wasn't underneath my bed. I have another stack of books right here just to be ready once I get through the rest of these tub books. But I really enjoyed this one, so I am definitely keeping it. Go right there. Up next isn't a book. I have this box set of The Infernal Devices, and I keep the box because it's so pretty, but honestly it's just completely useless and taking up room. So I need to throw this in the trash. So the next book we have is Splintered by A.G. Howard, and I bought this used and it came with no dust jacket, which pisses me off because sometimes Amazon sellers totally lie to you, and it's really rare for me when that happens, but this one is a total lie. It didn't come with a dust jacket. And I also bought the second one. These were super cheap, by the way. The seller said hardcover, but they gave me this paperback ARC. Like, so mad. But I honestly totally lost interest in this series. I've heard kind of a lot of bad things about it. If you have read it, tell me in the comments below your thoughts, because maybe you can sway me, but right now I am totally going to unhaul these. Okay, so far I have unhauled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 books. 12 books. Okay. So next we have, what is this? Wicked Widow by Amanda Quick. And this is another book sale book. You know when you go to book sales and books there are literally like 25 cents. So you just grab books. Yeah, I have my book bag on. I'm just shoving books into my book bag for no apparent reason. And I haven't gone to a book sale in a really long time because I don't really need to go there. I'll just have the impulse to grab every book. And this is one of them. Look at that author back there. Super old school. It's like from the 90s or something. 2000. Okay, I was close. I don't even know what this book's about. Probably a big series or something. This is one I'm gonna look up on Goodreads just to see what everyone's talking about. Let's see. Wicked Widow. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm getting rid of it. You know why? It's book 3. Wow. Okay, up next we have The Ghost of the Mary Celeste by Valerie Martin. And I have no idea what this book is about. It's another Dollar Tree book. And I swear, I've never read a Dollar Tree book. I've bought like 20 books from that store, and I haven't read a single book yet, so. And they always have really bad reviews on Goodreads too. These huge paragraphs of just no dialogue at all. No, I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not feeling it. Okay, so up next we have How I Came to Sparkle by Kaya McLaren. This is definitely like a Christmassy book. This is a contemporary, but I think I'm going to keep this one. Up next we have An Object of Beauty by Steve Martin. So like the actor, I spotted this at a book sale and just threw it in my book bag because Steve Martin is hilarious, and I didn't realize that he had a book. Like, look at this. It is actually really cool naked. Pure white. We have like this like paint texture. It feels so nice, but it's definitely like a history lesson kind of book. I'm never gonna read it, so Sorry. Up next we have Lunatics by Dave Barry and Alan Zwiebel, and I just grabbed it because I really like this cover. It kind of looks like it's a comedy book, which I'm pretty into, but it says a hilarious novel of comic mayhem from two of the funniest writers in America. That's what they look like. Are they funny? I don't know. When I hold it in my hands, I'm getting like no joy out of it. Like, I'm keeping it just to keep it, and that's not what I want. So many other books that I'm just more excited to read. There are so many amazing books coming out next year that I need room for, let's be honest. Nah. Alright, man, we only have 2 more books in this tub. I'm so proud of myself. But man, this video is going to be so long because I have a lot more to go. So next we have Overseer by Jonathan Rabb. This is a book sale book. The only reason I grabbed it is because I really love this cover. It has like a little owl on it, like totally my thing. And it's really textured too. The synopsis actually sounds very like religion preachy kinda, which I really don't like. A bunch of words I can't even pronounce. They're like in different languages, so that kind of put me off. I think someone else can enjoy this way more than I ever will, so I'm gonna unhaul this one. So the next book I have is Whispering Minds by A.T. O'Connor, and this book was sent to me for review quite some time ago. A lot of these review books I got unsolicited, and it's even signed, but I'm still very interested in reading this book, so I will be keeping it. Look at that! We have a whole tub completely empty, which is a major goal. I'm very proud of myself. I do not want to keep books under my bed, so I'm going to put that off to the side so I can put something else in it and not books. So the next book is The Good Neighbor by Amy Sue Nathan. This is another book I got sent to me. And it's a contemporary, but it's so short, and I'm very interested in it still, so I will be keeping this one. Then we have Tender Stricken by Heidi C. Vlach. I've actually read another book by Heidi C. Vlach. I really didn't like it. I love this cover though, but I didn't like the other book by her. It is signed, which is pretty cool. And hauling this one. Up next we have The Symptoms of My Insanity by Mindy Raff, and it's a contemporary, and it says Izzy is a hypochondriac with enormous boobs that won't stop growing, a mother with a rare disease who's hiding something, a best friend who appears to have undergone a personality transplant, and a date with an out-of-her-league athlete who just spilled Gatorade all over her. I don't know if that sounds really dumb or interesting. I can't decide. Look at this curve though. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this book is going like this. Like, there's like a total bend to it. On the back it says, it's kind of crazy how you can pay so much attention to yourself and still not see a thing, which is actually really depressing compared to the synopsis I just read. Goodreads, I need your help. Ooh, all the top comments are just like 1 or 2 stars. That really puts me off. I know, like, I don't want you guys to think that I'm automatically saying these books are bad. I'm not saying that at all. Possibly one of these books I'm unhauling. It could be my favorite book of all time, but I just don't have time for them, and someone else can enjoy it. So please don't like take my word for it when I'm like, ooh, this book sounds bad, I need to give it away. That's not what I'm saying at all. I am unhauling these books for my sanity, so I don't go and lose my, what am I saying? Do you understand my joke? Insanity. I'm going crazy with the amount of books I have. Yes. Actually, I think I'm going to keep this one. That synopsis is kind of growing on me. I need to know why her bosom won't stop growing. Yeah, I'm going to keep it. Oh God, I'm breaking my rule here. Okay, so next we have, what is this? A Time of Angels by Patricia Schoenstein. Looks like that. I have no idea what it's about. I'm gonna unhaul this one. Do you guys like my top, by the way? Like, I got this at Myers, I think. But it's like a see-through sweater, but it has like these cuffs, and even it has the cuff on the bottom, but you wear like a tank top underneath. Oh, I love it so much. Up next we have The Office of Mercy, which is a Dollar Tree book. I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself. I need to tell you where I got the book from just to justify like my main reason of unhauling it, because I only spent $1 on it. But my brother actually read this one. I feel like I don't really need to read it because of that. Okay, he gave it 4 stars. Okay. Do I want to read this? Will I read it in the next couple of years? I need to unhaul it. Up next, we have Perla by Carolina de Robertis. This cover, super pretty. Oh, we got another one of these where it's just like huge paragraphs with like no, oh my god, are you kidding me? Look at this page. Look at that page. There's like no break in it at all, and those kinds of books put me off so much. Oh yeah, like it's just constant huge big paragraphs. Need to get rid of it. Am I inspiring you guys to go through your books and get rid of the books you know you'll never read? Because I'm feeling very inspired. I'm being cutthroat here. I'm being very brutal. Let's just go on to the next book. Next we have The Queen's Vow by C.W. Gortner. This was definitely a Dollar Tree book, and the only reason I bought it was because of the cover. Like, it's a pretty girl in a beautiful looking dress, and I'm feeling it. But am I really though? So this book was 26 bucks, but it was at Dollar Tree. That was a steal. Sorry, I'm like making the face like, ugh, no, that's not a good sign, right? When I'm making this kind of face looking through the book. Oh, it actually has good ratings. It has a 3.9 with almost 6,000 ratings, which is pretty good. Do I want to read it though? Will I ever pick this up? This is such a hard decision. You know, I think I'm going to unhaul it. Like, looking at it and just like physically holding it and flipping through it, I'm asking myself, am I excited to read this? And I'm not immediately saying yes. I'm kind of like, you know, and that's not the answer I want. So you'll find a nice home, I promise. Up next we have Spares, which is actually one of my brother's most favorite book. But I don't ever see myself reading it. Like, I don't see myself picking it up anytime soon. I'm not gonna get rid of it. Like, I'll give it to him if I don't pick it up in the next like year. So yeah, I'm keeping this for now, and I'll see if my brother wants it. Up next we have The Gargoyle by Andrew Davidson, and I don't know anything about this one. This is definitely a Dollar Tree. No. This is a book sale. It has a library stamp right here from my local library. I'm pretty sure Reagan from Peruse Project read this one, because I remember her showing it in one of her booktube videos. And you see this like little heart right here. If you take the dust jacket off, whoop, there's like a heart there. You see that? Like, it's actually kind of cool. Okay, so it sounds like the main character is a sculptress of gargoyles, which sounds really interesting actually. But I personally don't see myself picking it up, like, ever. Like, maybe when I'm 40, but I'm gonna put this in a maybe pile and I'll come back to it. So let's put it up there. Next we have The Last Forever by Deb Coletti. I don't know. I know this is a contemporary. I got it at Dollar Tree. A lot of you guys know that I do not like contemporary. I have never read a 5-star contemporary. They're always like 3 stars for me. This is gonna go into the maybe pile. Up next we have Overseas by Beatrice Williams, and this was totally a cover buy. Like, look at that. Look at that, like, fluorescent. Kind of reminds me of Valeris, actually, from A Court of Mist and Fury. Like, look at the holographic. Pretty. But is the book pretty on the inside? That's what we all want to know, right? Reading the synopsis, I can already tell this book isn't for me. It's about a Wall Street analyst. No, I'm gonna unhaul this one, even though that cover is stunning. Someone else will enjoy it. Look at that. Emptied out another tub. Sweet. I am proud of myself. So I have another stack of books right here that I'm gonna go through. So right here we have Unreal City, a novel by A.R. Mehring, and I actually sat down and read the first couple chapters of this, and I enjoyed what I read. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this because what I read was good, so I'll give that one another chance. Next we have Delano and Hollyhook by Cameron Glenn. This one was sent to me, And this would be a super fast read. Like, the spacing between the words is huge. So I just dropped out my laptop. I'm very interested in this one. I love the cover, and the title has my name in it. I have to keep it, right? Next we have the Confectioner's Tale. I recently hauled this like a couple months ago, and it was sent to me. So I am still very interested in reading it. I do plan on reading it, hopefully in the spring. Up next we have Real Illusions, The Awakening by Tanya R. Taylor. And this cover freaks me out. Like, just look at it. It is so scary. I don't know what's happening with this face, but it gives me nightmares. So this book was sent to me in 2015 because the author signed it with the date, so that's kind of embarrassing. Okay, I thought this was the second book for a second. Like, nope, unhaul it, but it's not. It's the first book. This is another thing I have to keep in mind. A lot of these indie authors sent me their book, and it ends up being a series. So the first book will be out, but the indie author either didn't have the funding or didn't have the time, and they haven't came out with the second book. And I really don't want to be in the situation where I read it being a good book, it being a horrible, horrible cliffhanger, and then the author completely abandoned the next book in the series, which happens a lot. I notice it all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna unhaul this one. Up next we have Frey by Melissa Wright. I am very excited to read this one because of this like badass character on the cover. So yeah, I don't even have to think twice about that. Then we have Miss Maybell's School for Girls by Katie Cross. The author sent me this book and also like a novella, and I am very interested in reading this series, so I'll be keeping it. The next two books I'm just going to go through quickly because I know I'm going to keep them. So the first one is Beyond the Red Mountains by Greg Johnson, and I absolutely love this cover so much, and I'm very excited to read it. And another one is Saltwater Witch by Chris Howard, which looks like that, and another cover I absolutely love, and another book that I can't wait to get into. Okay, so I went through one stack of review books and 2 tubs of like Dollar Tree book sale books, and out of the 2 tubs I only ended up keeping, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 6, so that's really good. And I ended up unhauling 23. So yeah, I am very proud of that. And should I keep going? So I know this video is already going to be super long, but I do want to get through a little bit more. Okay, so I just grabbed this stack and let's go through those. First book we have is Think Like an Artist by Will Gompertz. I actually won this in a Goodreads giveaway, and I kind of read it, and it's just like a very like learn about artists kind of book, and I think I get the gist of it. I'm not gonna re-go through it, so I think I'm gonna give this to someone else. The Land of Nod trilogy, which was sent to me by Gary Hoover. All 3 of them, which was super generous of him. And even though these covers are just absolutely atrocious, like, they're not very flattering to the eye, I still am excited to read them, and they're super short. They're going to be like super quick reads, so I will be keeping those. The next book is Full Moon by C.K. Brooke, and I actually have a few books by C.K. Brooke. She sent me quite a few of her books, and I really, really enjoy them, but this one I don't see myself rereading, even though I did love it. But I think I can pass this on to someone else. Up next we have My Sister's Reaper and book 2, My Tethered Soul by Dorothy Dreyer, and I really loved this series, so I will be keeping those. Up next we have an arc of Seraphina and the Black Cloak, which was sent to me by Robert Beatty, and I will for sure be keeping this. It's a middle grade series that sounds really fun. A lot of booktubers have been talking about it. Up next we have Up, Back, and Away by Kay Velk. And is this one signed? No, this one is not signed. How rude. Anyways, This is a middle grade book and I freaking love this cover. It just looks like it's so adventurous and I can't wait to read this one. The next book is questionable, and that is Pathfinder Tales Beyond the Pool of Stars, a novel by Howard Andrew Jones. So I know Pathfinder is like a well-known kind of fantasy world or like series. Is it like a TV series too? Is it like a card game? I don't know. I have a feeling this is part of a huge like book series and I'm not too sure if I'm into that. Oh. Oh my gosh. You guys are gonna laugh. This is book 29. Really? I am not gonna buy the first 28 books unless it's like you can read any of the books because they follow like a different story or something. Unhauling this one. Bye. That was another stack of review books. Okay, so I decided to grab another stack from my review shelf. So let's just keep going. Next we have The Deadly Seven by Garth Jennings, and I for sure want to keep this one. It looks like it's going to be a really fun middle grade, and it has really cute like little illustrations in it, so that makes me even more excited to read it. Up next is a book that I have read. It's The Breaking Dawn by Jane Castell. It's a historical fiction book and I absolutely loved it. So I definitely cannot get rid of this one. Up next is After Obsession by Carrie Jones and Stephen E. Weedle. I don't really have any interest in it. I don't think I'll ever read it. It kind of looks like a corny paranormal, which I'm not really too into. So someone else can enjoy this one. Trespassers by Todd Wynn and Tim Wynn, which are two award-winning screenwriters and actually have their autographs in here, which is really cool. So I'm not quite sure if I can get rid of this one because their signatures are right there. And plus it just sounds really cool. I think it's about aliens or something, which is totally right up my alley. Let's see, any books that I can get rid of in this pile? Okay, I see one. This one, it's called Fire and Sword. I tried reading this some time ago and I couldn't get into it. It was kind of slow. It's by Dylan Deuce. The cover is so cool too. It reminds me of like Skyrim. Okay, this is a 4-book series as well, and I just don't see myself buying the rest of them. So I'm going to unhaul it or possibly give it to my brother. I feel like this is something that he would most likely love, so put this one aside. Up next is The Dean Machine by Dylan Lee Peters, and I really want to keep this book, and I think my boyfriend would be really mad at me if I got rid of it because it's supposedly really sad and the author was inspired to write it by his like dying dog or something. I think this emblem right here is like the outline of like his dog. Yeah, it says, "Thank you for helping Dean live on," by the author. Like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean thank you for helping your dog live on? This is probably going to be a tearjerker, and I need to keep it because of that. Okay, here's a book that I can get rid of. That is Dance of the Pink Mist by Katie Van Brunt. And this author sent me the entire series. I have 2 other books in this series as well, but I do not see myself ever picking this up. I'm going to be unhauling this whole series wherever the other 2 books are. They're going to be unhauled as well. Next we have My Diary from the Edge of the World by Jodi Lynn Anderson, and I definitely want to keep this one. It sounds like an awesome middle grade. Up next is The Casquette Girls by Elise Arden, and this was sent to me by the author, and she sent me a really nice cool package too of these like cards with artwork on them, so I definitely want to keep this one. Any other ones? We have Alone Among the Dead by Raven K. Asher. Do I want to keep this one? This one sounds like a zombie book and I freaking love zombies. I think I do want to keep this one because I don't have many zombie books. So right here we have Secrets of a Charmed Life by Susan Meissner, and my boyfriend actually won this in a Goodreads giveaway and gave it to me. It is a historical fiction. I think this won some awards as well, so I will definitely be keeping this one. Okay, this pile so far isn't going very well. Eye of the Draco by Caden Seaton. I think it's about aliens, and I am all for that. Ooh, wait a second. I might like give this to my brother or something. Next we have 2 more books. A Dead Man's Tale by K.R. Patterson. This is a book that my boyfriend keeps saying to read, Holly, read it. I honestly don't see myself reading it. It kind of sounds like a pirate book, but the synopsis doesn't sound piratey at all. I'm really not feeling it. I was not cutthroat at all. I am very disappointed with myself, kind of. Alright, okay. There's a couple books I think I can definitely get rid of. Okay, so I think I can... So I put this book right here. The Hangman's Knot in this my keep pile, but I am never gonna read it, so I'm gonna unhaul this one. And I'm looking back at the How I Came to Sparkle Again, and I'm not feeling this one. I'm not really that excited to read it. Okay, I'm gonna go grab another stack and go through a little bit more. Alright. Okay, so first we have The Ancient Castle by Matt Sprunt. This looks like a super adventurous middle grade, so I'm gonna keep it. Next we have Stitchhead by Guy Bass. Guy Bass sounds familiar. But I read this one and I enjoyed it, and it's a really like cool read, but I do not see myself rereading it. I think a person younger than me, like a little kid, will definitely enjoy this one, and yeah, I'm gonna unhaul this. Let's see. Oh, hey, look. I found the first book in that Win the Ring series, so definitely unhauling that one. I'm pretty excited to read all of these. We have Hinge by Realm Lovejoy. That's like a really cool name. The Witches of Black Brook, which was sent to me for review by Tish Thauer. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. Dang. I gotta get rid of something, right, out of these books. So up next we have Kingmaker, and I won this in a Goodreads giveaway. I don't see myself reading it. I'm not that excited to go into it. The cover is not that pretty. It's like super fuzzy and hard to look at. I'm going to unhaul this one. Okay, so we have Elixir by Yvette Manis, and I skimmed the first chapter of this and really liked it, so I definitely want to read this one. The Missing Grimoire by Robin Polma, and this cover is really funny looking, but I kind of like it, and I don't want to get rid of it. It sounds like a really cool middle grade, and I'm all about that middle grade. And yeah, I think that's it for that stack. I feel like I'm not getting rid of enough books. I don't know, I feel like I need to get rid of more. Are there any, like maybe the maybe pile? Let's see. You know what? I think I'm going to get rid of this, The Gargoyle. I'm never going to pick it up. Oh, got another stack. Okay, I told you guys I had so many books that were like out of sight, out of mind, but they can't be like that anymore. I saw one book in here that I know I want to get rid of. Where is it at? Okay, right here. Haley and the Traveler's Stone by Lisa Redfern. I'm not feeling this book. I'm not excited to read it. In fact, I'm kind of dreading to read it. Someone else can enjoy it. Let's see, what else? We have Harrow by Amanda Troyer, and when I read this at the time, I absolutely loved it. So I think I will be keeping this one. Oh, Saving the Dragon by Sarah R. Cleveland. I loved this book as well. So definitely not getting rid of that one. Let's see here. Sorry, I smelled this book because I remember when I first got it in the mail, it really stunk of like butt. It doesn't smell like that anymore. I don't know why. But ever since then, it's kind of put me off because of the butt smelling. It was the butt smelling book. I'm gonna look this one up on Goodreads. Why does there have to be so many books called Promises? Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna find it. Okay, so this is a book about mermaids, which kind of describes the cover here. You know what? I'm gonna keep this one just because I don't really have too many mermaid books, and I'm always looking for a good one. Next we had The Banished Craft by Edie E. Bell, which this is an advanced reading copy. I wonder from what year, probably like 2015. But I'm gonna keep it just because I am interested in it, because look, it has a freaking library on the front cover. That's my excuse for that one. Ugh, it hurts. Mermaids and Other Mysteries of the Deep, and this was sent to me by, I'm not sure who this sent to me actually, but it's a bunch of short stories about mermaids. Wow, I pulled out 2 mermaid books at once. I can't keep both of them. So I think I'm going to get rid of this one. Next we have Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Nouvelle, and this was sent to me by the author as well, like forever ago. Before the book even came out, I was sent this. and I never read it, but I'm not giving it away because I've actually heard really great things about it recently. Okay, so the heat kicked on, so I'm sorry if you're hearing a humming sound, but the next two books I have, the first one is At Water's Edge by S. McPherson, and then I have the second book as well, Caught in the Ripples, and I think I'm going to unhaul both of these. I am just not really interested in reading them at all. The next book is Unbound by J.B. Simmons, and I think I'm going to unhaul this one as well, even though it's really cool. It's like a modern day kind of dragon book, possibly. It's about this kid who dreams about a dragon destroying a place in Rome, and then he ends up being like a spy in the International Security Agency, but I don't think it's something I'm ever gonna pick up. Going to unhaul it. If you guys could see in front of me right now, I just have like stacks and stacks everywhere. Let's see if you guys, can you see this? Like stack, 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 stack. There's a stack here. I have some stacks over here. Like, things are getting real. This is another book I think I'm going to unhaul. It's called A Master of Class by Mary Below, and my main reason for unhauling this is that it's like stiff as a board. Like, you can barely like read it. I can barely, this is like majorly forcing it open. I don't know if it's because it's so old or if my library just didn't keep it in very good condition, but yeah. Unhauling this one. I ran into another one that's like super stiff. It's called Rare Form by Jen Crane, and it's this pink book right here. And I just gotta tell you, I read the synopsis on Goodreads and it doesn't even seem like it's in English. I don't know if that's just the author's writing style or if it was translated really badly. I think I just need to get rid of it. This is another book that I got for review. It's called Sunbolt by Intisar Kanani, and there's my bookmark is still in here. So I got to page 29. I know it's incredibly short, but I just couldn't read it anymore. I couldn't get into it, so I will get rid of this one. Gotta take my bookmark back. I also have Sour Lake or just dropped it. Sour Lake or The Beast by Bruce McCandless. I don't think I will ever pick this one up. It almost sounds like a really bad sci-fi movie, if you guys know what I'm talking about. Those really bad CGI sci-fi movies. It kind of reminds me of that, and if I read it, I feel like it would be like a 3-star read, and again, that's not what I'm looking for, so going to unhaul this one. I think I've gotten rid of close to 100 books, which is crazy. If you guys could see the pile that's like over here by my door, it is getting as tall as me, which is a safety hazard, but it's a good thing. I'm very proud of myself for doing this. I've been trying to get myself to do this for so long. I've been gathering these review books, these old review books I've had for a long time, and I'm very proud of myself, and it feels so good to be able to just grab them and knowing that I will be unhauling them soon. It's like lifting some weight off my shoulders, and it feels great. And now I have room for books I actually want to read and that I bought myself. It's also currently 3 a.m. It just hit 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing this right now. Look, my bed is a disaster. There's still like 100 books in front of me. What am I doing? So I think that is it for today's video. This video is far too long already, even though I still probably have like 100 books I can go through. I might make a part 2 to this. If you would like to see a part 2, give this video a big thumbs up because that will let me know. I can still go through so many books. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of books that are like this big that I could go through. So if you want to see that, again, tell me and I will for sure do it. So yeah, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm at Holly Hearts Books. Don't forget to add me on Goodreads because I will 100% add you as a friend, which I would absolutely love to be your friend. And until we meet again, happy reading.